With the word while?
Yes.
Okay. While residing at the Jetavana monastery, the Buddha uttered verse 121 of this book with reference to a bhikkhu who was careless in the use of furniture belonging to the monastery. This bhikkhu, after using any piece of furniture such as a couch, a bench, or a stool belonging to the monastery, would leave it outside in the compound, thus exposing it to rain and sun and also to white ants. When other bhikkhus chided him for his irresponsible behavior, he would retorted, "I do not have the intention to destroy those things after all. Very little damage has been done," and so on and so forth, and he continued to behave in the same way. When the Buddha came to know about this, he sent for the bhikkhu and said to him, "Bhikkhu, you should not behave in this way. You should not think lightly of an evil, however small it may be, because it will become big if you do it habitually."
Okay, the next one. Eric, can you read the verse? Probably later
Verse 121. One should not think lightly of doing evil, imagining a little will not affect me. Just as a water jar is filled up by falling drops of rain, so also the fool is filled up with evil by accumulating it little by little.
This verse, like we just read the story, and then the verse the Buddha quoted, one should not think of lightly of doing what I would change the world evil to bad thing and small. And then after that, the imagination like a little. We think of a little thing will not affect me, so that's why we always skip the thing is little. Growing up in America, I studied one of our great president, President Lincoln. He said the big thing start from the small thing. Yeah, small thing. So the law of the Buddha is that there are four very small things, but if we neglect on them, if we don't pay attention on them, we look down on them, they cause big, hugely effect on that. Can you guess the one thing? First thing is 1, 2, 3, 4. Four things really small, but they are the whose result. The first thing is, fire, big fire, like 100,000 acre of the fire, they start from what?
A spark.
Yeah, they start from a little bit. Spark. Yeah. So how is spark?
S-P-A-R-K. P-A-R-k. Right.
This means little fire, right? It's very little fire, just sparking. It's very small thing. You use that. What's second thing? big snake, you know, poison, they bite you. Maybe it's not poison, it's much a small snake. That's what I said. That I believe so. The small, you know, really small snake, poison, but they bite that. They, you know, they release all of their sorry? Yeah, their venom. Yeah. So small snake, little small little snake. I don't know today why I get little snake. Okay, that's fine. What is the little thing that they have huge effect?
A word.
Yeah. Another thing is small. Another thing is a young
Princess?
prince. Little little princess. Yeah, little princess. Why? Yeah, because later he become a king. Yeah, and the king, you know. So that's why in United States they respect the child. They know where they come from, but they was born here, and then when they was a child, they protect them because they never know this person will become a president. Could be a lady president, could be the next president. So that's why they protect the small child. And then the princess, he was born in the kingdom, that means he will become a king. One day he will rule the country, he will rule the world. So don't look down little prince. Little prince. The fourth one is little monk. Yeah, little monk. You know, some monk they just come to the temple very little, but we never know one day they become an arahant. Yeah, they become a Buddha. So that means little things that make a big thing. Yeah, and what is this one for? This one support for the birthday. The birthday, the Buddha said one sort of things lightly of doing nothing. Yeah, imaging me a little will affect, a little will not there's good things. If our good thing is run out, a lot of bad things come. Yeah, one thing that protects us every day, the health, and then some of the other positive things that come from our merit. Our merit. Yeah, merit. What is merit? What is merit in Buddhism? But another one is the virtue. Virtue. Yeah. But merit. Yeah. Merit, it looks like the good
Good deeds.
good deed. Okay. The good deeds we practice, right? We earn day by day, and it becomes like a good deed. A good deed is a good karma. And then the people in this life, they are healthy, strong, beauty, rich, and then most of the other positive things in this life, they have it all. So that means in this life or previous life, they create many good deeds. Yeah. And some people, even though they live in the United States, the country is all around the world, they have 9 mosques, but you saw that. When you go to downtown, there's some people, they have no place to stay. They end up to sleep on the street. Many of those people, they don't have enough, they eat today, and they don't know what they have to eat tomorrow. See? And so that's why, creating the good deed is very important. Yeah. So we call it merit. The virtue. What is different between this and this?
Bad.
Yeah, the virtue is something you have to come from inside of you. Something you have to be practiced. Differently. They come together. Look like the bird. They have two wings. Look like the airplane. They have two wings. Look like we have two hands. Yeah. And then the virtue is the one we practice from the inner. Right. And then somebody, say back or do back to us, and then we strike back, we back and back, and then the same thing the spirit, the virtue, it comes from our calm mind, and to see everything is easy, and then we, react in the way of morality. And then that's the virtue. Yeah, the virtue. But in Buddhism, the virtue is more important. Even though we are don't have much about mirrors, but our virtue is highly, and then people is still respecting you a lot. And then you have a lot of opposition, you have a lot of mirrors, but you lack of the virtue. That's look like when you go to do charity. You have a lot of rice or things, and then you offering, but you lack of the virtue. You might be very upset. You might get angry when the people who will receive your offering, they're not doing like what you want, and you're angry. So that at that time you have the merits, but not the virtue. Yeah. So the virtue is something that comes from inside of you, and then doing the good deed to create the merits. There are 3 ways. There are 3 thoughts.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I've asked this before. You mentioned the person that's homeless in San Diego compared to someone who's rich and wealthy. And I think the presumption is that the person who is homeless did bad deeds in a past life, and that's why they're homeless. Does that mean they're kind of getting what they deserve? And is there any way for them to, because some people become homeless when they were once rich. Some people who are rich become homeless. So people's lives kind of change within a lifetime. But are we to judge them like they did something bad in a past life to deserve this? And I can't get my mind around that, because I often think we have to be compassionate, not necessarily judgmental. So this is something that I've always struggled with in understanding.
Thank you for bringing that. It's important. What the truth is, we choose what we become. We call it what go around, they come around. And then not only in previous life, it could be this life. So the karma is dependent on three different things. And so I would say the homeless people is based on their karma. Karma is in the thing they get used to, but they cannot detach from that. Even though, the authority or the government or, the city, they offering, something for the people with the shelter, with the things they deserve, but they deny that. They prefer to live, on the street, to cover something, sleep on the street. So that they choose the life like that. They choose the life like that because their right they get used to that. So the thing that used to you cannot get rid from them. That's the karma. That's the karma. So well, we are. You are right. We are not judging people. Judge people. But we know exactly. We want to know the reason. So that's why we want to avoid not to get up like the homeless.
Right.
At the same time, we reach out and then we do something for them to change their life, to change their habit, to change their karma. Right. So, I would say mostly based on the good deed, the merit. When you have the good deed and the wholesome deed, and then the merit, that good thing they protect you from the accident, from anything that like unwanted coming. Look at your credit score. They will protect your reputation, right? Right now, based on credit card is about 800%, right? But you are credit score not only one day, have to be day by day, the point you spend, and then the time you pay online, something like that, they come up with. But you can lose your credit score quickly. By doing, something very badly, they can lose it right away. Right. So that it accumulated the good thing, it takes time, little by little, day by day. And then those credit you earn, they will protect you. For example, you have a credit cost about 50,000, and then suddenly you are over about 40,000 on profit. These 50 things they will cover that. So that means your good deed they will cover think second thing, third thing. The first thing I mentioned is you have some extra properties, money, anything from the outside, and then from by offering your the material and then the thing what you have possessions.
Possessions.
Like,
Materialistic item.
yeah. Material item. So something is like belong to you, and then you don't use that, because you can use it.
Right.
Like anything, like gold, money, food, anything regarding to the material, your possession. Yeah. And then what happened then? You don't have that. I mean, what happened then you don't have that. It's just enough for what you inherited. And then how you will do it without you have some extra thing. How do you do that? Well, this is from the Buddha say from outside. It means the thing you earn them, and then you think, and the thing from inside. For example, I said, okay, the temple, we need 2 days volunteer to put a weed or to fix like some electric or the roof or around here, and then you come, you spend 2 days of your effort, right? Your effort. That's called good deed as well. But that's from inside, from your effort. So this one we must sell effort. For example, when we see the blind people have no seeing, blind. They want to cross the street. So at that time, say, hey, you stay there, I'm going to give you some money. Hey, you stay there, I'm going to give you some food to eat. Maybe he doesn't need that. He just needs to, you wrap his hand or her hand and slowly step by there to cross over the street. So by himself, that's considered as a good deed, but that good deed is inside. That good deed is regarding more about the virtue. Right. And then this deed from here, they regard more about the merit. Right. So something from you, from inside, that is more than regarding more about this. Something big from outside, they regard about the merit. And then the outside, they come and go very quickly. The inside, they come slowly, but they go very slowly. Yeah, so, and then, or like many things you don't have on the top, but you can use this. You can use our effort, our body, our hands to have that. Elderly people, they have appointment doctor. They don't know how to get there. They are labor, right? And then they don't need money. They don't need the thing. They just need your effort. Just take them go to the 3 days, like the good deed. Okay. So those are the things. Remember, in our life, we always have some way, somehow, to have the other. Yeah, don't climb up and say, hey, I'm not rich. Yeah, I don't have things, so, doing the good deed is not good for me. Something like that. Look like, a little thing will not affect me, something like that. You don't have this, you have this. Even you don't have this, you have your mouth. You have your good heart. Yeah, give a person with a good sense. They will remember in the time they need this. Better than you give them a meal when their house is a lot of bread. Right? So that's why be careful of so that's why use our life, our hand, anywhere, anyhow. But you can do 3 of them at once. Yeah, 3 of them at once. That would be wonderful. Look like you go to look like you attend the college, and you take like 4 course, 5 course, or 3 class, 4 class at one semester. Same thing in our life. When we see something like this, when we are available, just give it to them. And then when somebody needs about your effort, your strength, give it to them. And somebody, they need this, give it to them. Right. So in our life, we create, like wholesome, in different way. And then the outcome is like this. So that's why they say when it go around, they come around. The more you give this, and then when you need them, they will come. And then the more you give this, when you need them, they will come. And then when you give this, and then when you are in the situation, you give some emotional support, you have that. But the thing is, giving, giving like the Dhammapada Sutra, the prana, para, nita. What this mean?
Wisdom.
Yeah, giving prana, para, nita. This means that three things. 3 things. Okay, this means Okay, for example, you give candy. Okay, and the third thing is the giver. Okay, the giver, and the second thing is the receiver. And then the something, don't remember who gives that, don't remember who receives that, and don't remember, maybe what that. So that's how we call it, beyond, yate, paragate, parasam, yate, bodhisattva. So giving the thing like bodhisattva. Yeah, so don't remember. So definitely give more merit. And when you give somebody the thing and then you don't remember, that means you have that person to feel like they're easy to flow to you. Okay, so that three things. Let me finish the verse. Patrick, can you read the verse one more time?
One should not think lightly of doing evil, imagining a little will not affect me. Just as a water jar is filled up by falling drops of rain, so also the fool is filled up with evil by accumulating it little by little.
Right. Just as water is a water jar. Is a water jar. Just as a water jar is filled. Okay. When you young, and then when you went to school, have you studied? Have you still remember the story of the crowd? The crowd like a bird, and then crowd.
Crown.
Crown.
Yeah. And then he's very thirsty. Thirsty. He needs some water.
Right.
Right? Remember that story? And then the crowd is very thirsty. Very, very thirsty. And then he saw the bottom of water. But the water is like this. And then the crowd, yeah. And the crowd, he put his hand in here, it's too small. And then this one, the water like this. So that's what, he thought.
Put the rocks.
Yeah, he carried a little rock, little thing, he just put, and then the more rock will come here, and then the water that comes up.
Yeah.
It comes up. So that means a little thing put in there. At that time they were very thirsty, but a little thing they will bring up the water level up to the point up here. And then what happened is a lot of rock right here, and the water come up here, and then you drink the water. Right, drink the water. So that means something a little thing will not affect you. Yeah. So what does this mean? This means day after day are right. You have to say, with it, even though small thing. For example, in the morning when you wake up and then you brush your teeth, doing the good deed by using a cup, put the water in and just doing that. And then instead of turn on the glasses, it's running like that. And so, and then the view of the
things are important. I just think of someone I knew was in the habit of just always fudging the truth a little bit. It wasn't important things. But then I just noticed that I would always, when they would say something, I'd always be like wondering how much of it is true. Is it 90% true or 70% true or 30% true? And it's just because it wasn't big things, it was just little things that...
So, little things you like invest every day, it becomes a habit. And one day, not a little, it could be bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you do good thing little by little, but the next thing they will ask if you have them bigger. And then one day, we were full of the river of the good deed. And lastly, again, he said, this is what I learned from. When we die, things go up, the things go with that is what we get. The thing when we die, the thing will go with that is what we get. Okay, I said when we die, things will not go with is
What we took.
what we get. Is what we
Take.
accumulate.
Is what we
What we take.
like what we obtain.
Yeah.
Right? How does that obtain?
OBTAIN. N. Yeah. Perfect.
Like what we obtain. Every day when we it's okay, this is what I want to have, this is what I want to get, this is what I want to say. And then when we die, you don't want to think, hey,
That's true.
they not come with you. But what every day, you get, happy people in the day, say something, make people happy a little bit, and then a little bit. Well, you thought, hey, that's it, this is a benefit, that is something, and losing something about it. But no other thing, when we die, we go with that. That's even more right? So, when we give up, we think we lost them, but no. They will wait for us. When we die, they will support you. They are the only thing, the best relative can go with you. And then every day we try to get something from her, get something from him, get as much as I can. And then no other thing when we die, no. We say, no, not yours, not coming from you. So be careful about that. But particularly, the thing when you give, the thing when you die, they go with that is what you give. What happens is you give the wrong thing to people. You give people suffering. You give people horrible. You give people there's something no good, they will go with you.
That's true.
Right. So maybe someday I will tell you the story from the Buddha teaching the man who had 4 wives.
Oh, that's gonna be a
That
good
sounds
one.
like a disaster.
Yeah.
But they 4 wives. What do you do with 4 wives? But like after that, wife by wife by wife, just and the last wife, you go with the last wife is entire his life he never cared about her. Yeah. And then his first wife, second wife, first wife, he cared so much. First wife, he cared 100%. Wherever he go, he take her with him. So the thing, the first wife is his buddy. His buddy. Wherever he go, everywhere, take his buddy with him. And then his last day, he asked, hey, can you go with me? He said, no, I cannot. The second wife is the money, the credit card, the house, and the car. They asking him, can you go with me? He said, okay, I'm going to go with you at the front gate of the house only. And the third wife, and then he turned to his third wife, can you please go with me, go down to the ceremony, not the cremation, the burial, the thing, the home.
Oh, well.
Yeah, can you go down with me after that? And that's why I said, okay, I will go to the cemetery only, and then after that I will come home to take care. Who was the third wife? Third wife is our loved one. Husband, wife, parent, brother, sister, friend, our loved one. They said goodbye to us to the cemetery only. So after that, hey, you have to go with your wife. I got to come home and take care of people. That's my fourth one. So he felt so disappointed. So he turned to his fourth wife, and then he knows that she's going to be denied, refused, because at that time he never paid attention to her anything. But when he comes to her, you know what he said?
Yes.
Okay, I know what you want. Okay, I'm volunteer willing to go with you. Even in half your life you never ever pay attention to me. Even though little. Can you guess what was the 4th one?
You're married.
The 4th one is the karma.
Karma.
The 4th one is the one something you do, something you say, something you thought. You never pay attention. Yeah. Don't pay attention. But when you go, when we die, they will go with us. Yeah. And even though you don't want her to go with you on there, and she will volunteer. So that means what you will. Yeah, what you will. Then, what you did, what you thought. Sometimes we don't pay attention. But there you go. And the thing, what we try to obtain, the best thing we attain is our body, feeding them, the best thing, anything for them, for this, they will not go with you. And what you try to obtain, reputation, the material thing, something about that, even though the loved one as well, they will not go with us. Okay.
Good one.
Okay, can you, somebody happy to say the end about you? Okay, the end about
Living beings are innumerable. I vow to save them all. Afflictions are endless. I vow to eradicate them all. The Dharma doors are uncountable. I vow to study them all.
The
Buddha way is unexcelled. I vow to attain it. I vow that the merit and virtue from this will go everywhere and reach everyone, so that all of us and all living beings realize the Buddha way. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, if you're very late.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Thank you.